Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
Oh, I have Aaron's level 2.
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
What are you looking at?
Just the room.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So we're in the janitor's office. I'm gonna go this way first, real quick, because this looks like a dead end up here.
Sure. What was that? Oh. Another door. Okay, an office?
So this is the break room.
What are these sealed storage containers?
They've got weapon mods in them, generally. Oh.
That can't play? Oh.
No.
That's all that's in this room?
Yeah, might have been.
Oh, what's that with the blinking light? Is that a place that wants to contact you? Go to the right first. We'll see what happens in that room last. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a show? Threshold Kids. That's their weird TV program? There's the janitor pictures. Oh.
Hey, man! What are you drawing? I'm drawing a dog!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid. big black pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Ugh.
Yeah, on one hand, I didn't want to watch that. On the other hand,
Who made that?
I don't know.
Also, the red light, the strobing. Is this going to be bad for you? Is it going to shock you? I knew it! Cleanse the merry-go-round horse.
Of power.
This place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here?
Very glad there's no
carousel horse.
stamina bar.
Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Use evade to complete this challenge. Oh, nice. Oh, did you fail to make it that time?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's a gold enemy.
Gold enemies are immune to her attacks. Use evade to avoid them. Okay.
Let's see the Hiss keep up with me now.
Are you being pursued by the horse now or something else?
No. I gained its ability. You know how merry-go-rounds is horses endlessly chasing each other, yeah?
Yes. So that's why they called it the chase.
Yeah. And so now I have evasion.
Ooh, nice.
We get another threshold remnant. Good. We need those. Alright, so now that we're done with that, now we can actually make some progress. I checked this room out. Yeah? No.
Not this one.
Always be thorough. Dodge efficiency. Neat. That means I get to dodge more.
It's time for a coffee break.
Hacking zones.
Special remnant, another health boost. I actually know which of these is better.
It seemed like you were going back to the walkways.
Okay,
Oh,
so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion.
wait.
Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Hotline Northmore.
Not fan of pistols as a primary weapon. This pistol kind of transforms, so it's got a shotgun mode. I don't know if we'll ever get, like, a full-on, like, sniper rifle, though. Maybe.
Federal Bureau of Control. Attention maintenance staff. An object of power escaped the Panopticon? Is that what it is? Panopticon, huh. A couple weeks ago. And they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So, if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Arish. What are these
forklifts?
machines? Oh, little forklifts. Yeah, you're right.
Wait, that's a...
That's a guy?
Yeah.
Someone you can talk with?
Yeah.
Oh, or a lady.
A sane person. By the way, I was going to mention that the janitor does not have an MRE.
He doesn't have one of the devices, yeah.
Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Yeah.
Arish.
Yeah, she doesn't have one of the, well, the janitor does not have one of the, things that makes you immune to the hiss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the idea of him just being so kooky that the hiss just doesn't affect him. As some kind of weird, like, just dude beyond, you know,
or if it's because he's already bound to something.
Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's
Oh,
in
but the other
charge.
guy was bound and he got corrupted.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC...
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Block it.
Huh.
This one.
Okay. Federal Bureau of Control. Hey, Simon. I got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Ahti, just tell him that you'll handle it, and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide our next steps. Cheers, Lynn. P.S. In case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. So Trench and Darling were potentially at odds. And Darling leaves after giving a number of people HRAs conveniently before this hiss escapes or is drawn to this place, and then Trench kills himself or is killed by someone else or something. I don't know. We'd have to see. Wander will be back soon. Maybe I can... There we go. I can control a little bit. Oh, that's something we've already read. Marshall, AWE investigations. Confidential. Alright. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort out the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anywhere, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. The next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. So that must be an instance in which they're exploring potential phenomena that are occurring and trying to secure objects of power. But some of these things are just false alarms and regular household items that are just on the fritz. Marshall, lockdown distinctions. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override maintenance once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red contaminant breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directional override, or directorial override. So stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as hell, and I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how all this mess works, okay? So what do you think that implies? Because they're saying that there's an override in maintenance for typical shutdowns, but then there's the one...
So I think we're going to be able to remove the internal lockdown so we can move around, but we still won't be able to leave until the very end of the game.
Mm-hmm. But it could be something even beyond the director, because it's not the directorial override of the previous type of lockdown.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the board of directors.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you should be able to take the control again.
Perfect. I just needed some food.
Just in pipe C through F. When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
Okay, so it looks like we get a lot.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
My assumption is that there's something that is not nuclear in there, but also very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe nuclear, but like super nuclear in there. And the hiss might be able to mind control it in the same way it's mind controlled the people or feed off of it in some way. Same reason why it's trying to get to the board of directors and some other stuff.
Or it's even some object of power, but then what's it bound to? Unless it doesn't need...
Yeah, I don't think you need to bind all of these things necessarily. I don't know.
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, Keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of the job.
I like this guy.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
Do you know this Ahti guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
I should be going.
You weren't going to ask about...
You gotta lock down the lift.
Oh. You already asked about Ahti?
Yeah. I
Oh,
already
okay.
asked everything.
Why was she guessing Sweden?
He does say some sort of Swedish-y sounding things. But I don't know.
Then again, I haven't really heard much of the Swedish language to know.
Hey. This is helpful.
Nice.
Yeah, it does heal. Okay, so I don't have too much here. I keep pumping it into health.
Not enough ability points, though.
Yeah, it takes 3 per. My logic is I'm playing this more of a shooter than anything else, and so I figure at least until later, it's a good idea. Oh, I need more source material. Well, dang. Let's see. So what's the next one? Generous magazine, high rate of fire. So it's a burst gun, costs a lot of source, ritual impulse, and threshold remnants. Alright, leaving that for later. I was expecting that would make this place less red, but I guess this whole thing is just red.
Yeah, I thought for a moment the hiss was still in effect, but nah, if there's people out and about and everything seems to be tranquil.
So it looks like we have a lot of places to just kind of wander to. My favorite.
Well, there's cooling.
Yeah. We had to fix up the coolant pumps, so I guess let's head that direction.
Yeah. Oh, there's some creatures. Wait, are those creatures? Or they're hanging backwards, the bodies?
Yeah, they're explosive.
Ah. They're ragdolling all over the place. Oh, gross.
That is a cool visual effect, though. There's a lot of these suckers, by the way.
Oh, there's some over there.
Nice part is they kind of roll backwards when I shoot them.
Is the danger past?
Yep. You can tell the music changes just slightly. I love that they give you a lot of tools to play with here.
Yeah, it seems like you could have been hiding in the tubes, kiting them around, but
Yeah.
funneling them up the stairway is a solid
Yep.
strategy there.
Could have used tubes as well, or a couple other things. But, like, I like games like this where it's like, here's your toolbox, it just gets larger over the course of the game. It's not like any of these are particularly overpowered compared to each other, though some might be, but, like, it doesn't just push you down one route and say, like, this is the intended route. Do we have anything better? Boost recoil. Damage after kill. No, doesn't seem like a lot of these are really that useful for me. Recovery on element pickup, evade energy cost, or more health. Actually, come to think of it. I can start deconstructing some of these things.
Oh.
Because we've got a bunch.
Wait, can you slot 3 of them?
No. Currently not.
Only one
Eventually,
at a time?
yeah. Remember, as I level up, I unlock extra personal mod slots?
Okay. So you can get rid of the extras, unless you want to bulk up on 1 or 2.
Yeah, but we're gonna get way better stuff later on anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, because that's a level 2 they give up there?
Because you can get higher tier stuff as you go through the game.
Replace the parts.
Oh, put it up there.
That seems a little violent.
Oh, they're looping around to go up the stairs. Or they're just standing down there?
Not handling this that well. But yeah, these people would make an absolutely amazing Star Wars game, to be honest. Oh.
Reminds me a lot of what I used to do in Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy and such, except obviously this has better graphics. Because you remember how you could do force push and pull.
Yeah, it was awesome. I didn't use it that much.
Well,
but it was still cool.
By the end of the game, when you're only facing Sith acolytes, they can pretty much shrug off all of your force abilities.
Yeah, and you pretty much just have to lightsaber them. Nothing else works. Which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, because the early part of the game, you're able to use bowcasters and...
Yeah, the game had a balancing problem that more or less meant that, like, guns were pointless by the end unless you were using some of the more ridiculous things.
And unless you were using them against non-force-wielding enemies.
Yeah.
Because the force-wielding enemies could just send the blaster bolts back at you.
Liquid dinner. Okay, so we need an astral blip to keep upgrading these. So what this does is now we have uncommon mods that we can get. And we can upgrade this 5 times total. And so eventually we'll be able to get higher tier mods. But honestly, until we actually start getting skunked by stuff, I'm probably just going to pick it up. You know, rely on pickups more than trying to craft it. Unless we end up with a ridiculous amount of resources. Let's see. So this is Furnace Chamber. Plus there's a giant... oh my god, the map is redacted. I didn't even realize.
Well, we knew all the segments that were still obscured were... Unless you meant that that was the redaction.
Well, yeah, I just hadn't seen the visual effect of it being obscured like this. Because it's literally, like, scribbled out. It's just a neat...
We need to fix this thing ASAP.
Why does that look like it's sea life? It's frozen in there. How is this a proper maintenance shaft? Unless it dug its way out. I don't know. NSC, coolant pumps.
Bro, go to ship. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the corner.
So you just have to defend it. Oh, creepy.
Die already. I think I tipped him. Okay, I think I'm just supposed to fix it. I'm not actually supposed to defend it. That's good. I hate defending things. It never goes well for me.
I think maybe a new wave will come up for each pump.
Every time I fix something, I get attacked by more.
Low ammo. Because of the way those boxes were situated, I wonder how any normal person would have lifted it up there.
Awkwardly. To say the least. Here, bossy.
A boss?
Well, there was a mid-boss looking guy. That didn't take him out, I don't think.
Oh, he's down below immediately. Or I thought I saw it.
Oh yeah, I see him.
But that guy's in a mid-boss.
Okay, it was a dude with armor.
Oh, the one that one you had already disposed of on the walkway.
Oh, okay. Is ammo infinite? Yes.
I feel bad for those batteries.
Yeah. Oh, there's the next one.
But there's
okay.
tons of them.
Let's see, is ammo infinite? It is.
I mean, there was a low ammo button at one point. I think it just, if you continue using it, I don't know if there's an overheat mode or something, but you just have to wait a while, and then it will be fine again.
For the next pump. Oh, it's probably this.
Mm-hmm. Probably, yeah, there we go. Oops. What's blocking the pipe?
Now.
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in.
Oh, the clog.
Caught with his hand in the fish trap.
Ew.
Gross.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Gross.
Yeah,
Aw.
I agree. I did take damage from
You
that.
did take damage from this.
I wasn't...
Oh! Send it back! Curse you,
sure.
monster! Oh, there's one more thing on the right.
Oh, yeah. Game is creepy as hell. I agree, but I love it. This reminds me of Dead Space. In such a good way. You know, the big interconnected maps, the character drama, the weird just shit that's going on all the time. The slight mystery of, like, what has happened? How do I fix this? Because effectively, I am...
Oh, that's the final clog spot also. Healing? The way it's spewing things, it's almost like a mollusk. You know how they have that tongue? Proboscis that they siphon things out of?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he going down the final?
Think so.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Luckily, there should be enough health out in the main room that I can get back.
Can we see where he went? Is he gone for good?
Yeah, it went down this.
He went down the pipe.
See, I think we're good. I don't see anything more.
Uh-oh. I don't like those tremors.
I don't like that sound. There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
No ambushes? Well, that's fine.
Now, there should be health around.
Dropped from your enemies? I think maybe you went too far and they... Oh, no, there's some. That's good.